Bitcoin, its parabolic run-up is right now coming towards an end, and the price action of Bitcoin right now is in extreme danger. And I will be exactly talk about what is next for Bitcoin, the important trend to analyze here on the short term, a new Bitcoin trading setup, and much more important charts and trades we need to discuss right now. So don't forget to slap up the like button. Can we once again smash it back above 500? That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. And first of all, if we're really looking at that 1 hour time frame, we can see that we clearly broke below this super important level of support, and we basically continued the downtrend we were already trading in, like I have said yesterday. I've been saying that we were trading in the downtrend and that it was likely to see a continuation of the trend until proven otherwise. Right now, if I'm going to look at this trend and look at the next trading opportunity, since we're in a downtrend on the lower time frames, also on the 4 hourly time frame, I'm actually looking to short this very important level of previous support that right now is flipping into resistance. So if Bitcoin is going to come back up again, retest that 23.8k level, I am actually going to start to look at a short position for Bitcoin, because currently I think we entered this range right here and not anymore the range on the top side. So this previous level of big support is right now going to be providing resistance for Bitcoin. And you can also right now already see that I did set up a new order to, of course, short Bitcoin around this level, but currently I'm just waiting for a potential retest on the top side, or maybe we're not going to see a retest at all and we continue the way down already from off this point onwards. The reason that I'm currently a little bit more bearish is because on the 1 hour, 4 hour and daily time frame, things are not looking so strong actually for Bitcoin. But what I want to be pointing out right now here is that actually the trend of Bitcoin, of course, like I said yesterday in the video, we are losing momentum on the top side, but as long as we keep on forming higher lows on the 12 hour / daily time frame, it is, of course, in terms of the trend, still okay. And what is going to be crucial for me to look at is this 21.6k. If we break below the 21.6k, so that is the previous range low on the market, I honestly think it could be a very wild correction for Bitcoin, and we could come down way faster and way deeper as well for Bitcoin. Because if we do not hold on towards this level, it's basically confirming that we're going to be entering a big market reversal towards the downside for Bitcoin. And that is, of course, a position where I don't want to be holding my Bitcoin positions, right? Because then I want to be rather sit in US dollars instead of Bitcoin. So it's going to be important to look, will we hold on towards the uptrend on the higher low structure, or will we break the structure and confirm a lower low, what will of course also indicate that there's going to be a bigger turnaround in this market in general. So that is what I'm currently will be looking at. And of course with my trade as well, that is why I'm looking to, of course, short this top side right here. And if we then break below that level, I could catch a very good entry on a shorting position. That is currently what I'm looking at in terms of my trades. Of course, my swing trade for Bitcoin, I am taking more and more profits out of it. Currently, I already locked in more than 7,000 US dollars in profit, but I'm actually looking to take more and more profits as time goes by, because yeah, it's becoming more and more risky to be in this long position. Honestly, I still think there is a likely scenario where Bitcoin is maybe still going to see a swipe towards the upside, and that is going to be the final move up here. And if we do so, that is of course the point where I will be starting to really lock in the profits for my trade here. I honestly still think it could be happening. If it doesn't happen, it's also going to be okay. But currently, if I look at the daily time frame for Bitcoin at the parabolic run-up, we are currently breaking below the parabolic structure, what means that actually the momentum is really drying up for Bitcoin. You could see it on all these momentum indicators. The RSI forming a bearish divergence. Looking at the MACD, you can see also creating a bearish divergence. If you look at the money flow index, you can also see we're creating a significant bearish divergence. So basically all the momentum indicators are currently telling us that we're seeing a loss of momentum getting formed in the market. What is also really the reason why we're coming down right now. And if we're breaking the parabolic trend, it means also that the buy pressure isn't there anymore, what means that we could be maybe potentially see a bigger reversal. And I'm not saying that Bitcoin is going to crash down to $14,000 or $16,000. No, I could be saying that Bitcoin could come down to $19,000 to $20,000 before potentially recovering yet again. But currently, it is actually likely that we're going to see a small little cool-off phase. And if it doesn't happen, I want to be making this very clear. If it doesn't happen and Bitcoin, let's say, finds support right here, moves back towards the upside and crushes above $25,000, I will be very pleased, because if we break above $25,000, of course, I will be flipping very bullish. And like I said, as long as the trend, as long as this momentum and the trend basically keeps on forming higher lows, actually still everything is looking quite all right for Bitcoin. But as soon as we do break below the 21.6k, the previous range low in the market, that is the point where we should start to get worried, right, for Bitcoin. So that is what I want to be pointing out here. Currently, we can see that actually also on the daily MACD, we're seeing a bearish crossover happening. What is definitely not a lovely thing to see here in the market. And at the same time, we're seeing this same structure getting formed, this weakening / rounding top here on the Bitcoin price action, what we have seen many times before. Of course, if I'm going to show you, you're probably going to recognize it. We saw it here in this run up right here, and we also saw it, of course, at the previous all-time high at Bitcoin. You can see we were having that rounding top structure. So these structures, they tend to get created quite often for Bitcoin. If you're creating this weakening high structure, we saw it also right here actually. We saw weakening high structure here as well, weakening high structure, weakening high structure. These are top formations. And I'm not saying that, of course, this was also a topping formation, but this wasn't necessarily the highest point for Bitcoin, because we moved down, but after that we moved back towards the upside. I'm not saying right now that this is the top for Bitcoin. I could only say this could be a short-term top before eventually coming up again, just like what it was right here, and eventually also what it was right here, right? So that is what I want to be pointing out. The market structure is not looking necessarily so strong, and maybe we could be having enough steam for another leg up here, but in the end of the day, it's probably going to be inevitable to have a small little correction on the price action of Bitcoin, just like we had right here, right? So I want to be pointing it out because the market structure is important to read. And if I look at my pure success from trading Bitcoin and swing trading especially, it is because I always was sure what I was reading in the market structure. And I've been saying this ever since we were trading on $25,000 at 24.5k approximately, and we're already down 1.5k. So far it's been a good prediction, but I think it's important to pay attention towards this. At the same time, 200 weekly moving average is really what is getting us rejected. But yeah, today's video was not a very long one. I want to be pointing this out, these important factors, and I'm looking, of course, at an important shorting position on Bitcoin. So yeah, this is it for me on today's update video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to slap up that like button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.